America is in the midst of an insurance crisis. Homeowners across the country are feeling the pressure as premiums soar. States like Florida, Texas, and Louisiana have seen some of the steepest hikes. In Florida, the average homeowner's insurance premium has reached a staggering $6,000 annually, more than double the national average. These high rates have forced many residents to consider relocating. Why is this happening? The answer is simple: natural disasters. Hurricanes and flooding have become more frequent and severe. Wildfires in the West continue to devastate communities and property. Rising sea levels along the East Coast are increasing the risk of flooding and property damage. These factors have pushed insurance companies to raise rates, leaving homeowners struggling to keep up. But is there hope for those looking to save on insurance? Are there states where homeowners can still find affordable coverage? The answer is yes. Despite the storm of rising premiums, there are still places in America where home insurance remains surprisingly cheap. These states have managed to avoid the worst of the natural disasters and weather risks that plague other parts of the country. In this video, we'll take a deep dive into the 10 states with the most affordable home insurance rates. We'll explore what makes these states stand out and why homeowners in these areas aren't paying through the roof. But before we start, here's a little question to entertain you. How many states are there in the United States? A. 50. B. 52. C. 48. D. 51. Share your opinion in the comments and patiently watch this video till the end to find out the truth. Safe Pennsylvania. Pennsylvania, located in the northeastern United States, is a state rich in history and natural beauty. It is home to over 12 million people and has a strong economy, driven by industries like manufacturing, agriculture, and energy. The state's average salary is around $55,000, which is slightly higher than the national average. Known as the Keystone State, Pennsylvania played a pivotal role in the founding of the United States, being home to Philadelphia, where the Declaration of Independence was signed. Historically, Pennsylvania's economy was heavily dependent on mining and steel production, which helped shape its infrastructure and urban areas. However, the decline of these industries in the late 20th century has led to a shift toward more service-based and tech-driven sectors. Despite the changes, Pennsylvania remains an industrial powerhouse, with a strong presence in both the energy and manufacturing sectors. What makes Pennsylvania an interesting case for homeowners insurance is its mix of old industry and natural beauty. The state faces fewer extreme natural disasters compared to other regions in the U.S. It's not commonly struck by hurricanes, earthquakes, or severe tornadoes, which significantly lowers the risk for insurance companies. The last major disaster to hit the state was a flood in 2011 caused by Hurricane Irene, but since then, such catastrophic events have been rare. This is one of the key reasons why home insurance in Pennsylvania is generally more affordable than in many other states. The lack of frequent natural disasters means that insurance premiums in Pennsylvania tend to be much more affordable than in other high-risk states. Homeowners in Pennsylvania typically pay about $1,947 annually for home insurance. This price is well below the national average, making the state a standout for those looking to save on premiums while enjoying a moderate climate and relatively low risk. However, not everything is perfect. Pennsylvania's long history of mining has left the state vulnerable to subsidence. This means that certain areas, particularly those near former mines, could face issues like sinking foundations or land erosion. These risks are often not covered by standard home insurance policies, meaning homeowners may need to buy additional coverage for protection against land subsidence and other mining-related damage. Additionally, flooding remains a concern, especially in certain parts of the state. Heavy rainfalls and snowmelt can lead to river flooding, which can cause significant damage to homes. While flood insurance is not included in standard home insurance policies, homeowners in flood-prone areas are encouraged to purchase additional flood coverage to ensure full protection. How long have you called Pennsylvania home? Have you noticed any changes in your insurance premiums over the years? Let us know in the comments. Before we continue, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. And now let's dive in. Maine's quiet beauty. Maine, located in the northeastern corner of the U.S., is a state known for its rugged coastline, picturesque lighthouses, and vast forests. With a population of just over 1.3 million, it is one of the least populous states in the country. Despite its small size, Maine plays a significant role in the U.S. economy, driven by industries like tourism, fishing, and forestry. The state's average salary is around $50,000, and the cost of living is relatively low compared to other northeastern states. Historically, Maine has been a major hub for the fishing industry, particularly lobstering, which remains an essential part of the state's economy. Over the years, Maine has also gained recognition for its tourism, with visitors flocking to enjoy its natural beauty, quaint towns, and world-famous lobster. The state's landscape, from the Acadia National Park to its scenic coastline, makes it a popular spot for nature lovers and outdoor enthusiasts. What makes Maine stand out when it comes to homeowners insurance is its relatively low risk of natural disasters. Unlike many other parts of the U.S., Maine is not prone to hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes. The last significant natural disaster in Maine occurred in 1998, when an ice storm left many residents without power for days. But it was not a large-scale catastrophe like those seen in other states. Due to this, insurance premiums are generally more affordable than in states that frequently experience extreme weather events. Maine's insurance rates are on average $1,223 per year for homeowners, which is below the national average. The state's mild climate, with cooler summers and snowy winters, is a major factor in keeping premiums low. Additionally, Maine's low population density and abundance of rural areas help reduce the likelihood of costly claims due to things like vandalism or high-density accidents. However, while Maine is generally safe from major disasters, it does have some unique risks to consider. The state is heavily forested, and with this comes the risk of wildfires. While the risk of wildfires in Maine is lower than in states like California, the dry summer months can still lead to occasional fires. Homeowners should be aware of this risk, especially those living in more rural areas surrounded by woods. Some insurance policies may not cover wildfire damage unless additional coverage is added. Another consideration is the possibility of flooding, particularly in coastal and riverfront areas. While Maine does not experience frequent flooding events, heavy rains and snowmelt during the spring can cause localized flooding, especially in low-lying areas. How long have you lived in Maine? How has the insurance price changed in your state over the years? Share in the comments. Our team needs your help. Subscribe to our channel to help more people learn the truth about current events. And now, we move on. Flood-free New Jersey. New Jersey, located in the northeastern United States, is a state known for its rich history, vibrant cities, and close proximity to major metropolitan areas like New York City and Philadelphia. With a population of around 9 million, it is one of the most densely populated states in the U.S. The average salary in New Jersey is about $70,000, which is higher than the national average. The state's economy is diverse, with strong sectors in pharmaceuticals, finance, and technology. Historically, New Jersey played a significant role in the Industrial Revolution, with cities like Newark and Camden becoming major centers of manufacturing. Over time, the state has shifted toward a service-based economy, with industries like healthcare and technology now dominating. What makes New Jersey an interesting case for homeowners insurance is the balance it strikes between being a highly developed state and still offering affordable insurance. While the state does face certain natural disaster risks, it is not as prone to extreme weather events as some other coastal states. New Jersey does have some exposure to hurricanes, but the last major hurricane to hit the state was Hurricane Sandy in 2012. Since then, the state has invested heavily in flood control and infrastructure to prevent such widespread damage in the future. This has helped stabilize insurance premiums. The average homeowner's insurance premium in New Jersey is $1,206, which is relatively low compared to other coastal states like Florida or Louisiana. One of the reasons for this is the state's active measures to protect against flooding and storm damage. New Jersey has implemented stricter building codes and developed better flood management systems, which help reduce the risk of damage during storms and floods. However, New Jersey is not entirely free from risks. The state's proximity to the Atlantic Ocean means that it does face some risk from hurricanes and storm surges. Although hurricanes are less frequent than in states like Florida, homeowners should still be prepared for the possibility of strong storms. Additionally, homeowners in flood-prone areas, especially those near the coast or along rivers, may need to purchase separate flood insurance to fully protect their property. While flood insurance is often not included in standard home insurance policies, it can be a vital addition for those in high-risk zones. Another factor to consider is the possibility of damage from winter storms. While New Jersey's winters are not as severe as those in northern states, heavy snowfalls and freezing temperatures can still cause property damage. Insurance companies may not always cover winter-related damage unless the homeowner can prove they took reasonable steps to prevent it. What's your experience living in New Jersey? How have insurance rates shifted in your area? We'd love to hear from you in the comments. Now, please take a moment to hit that like button. It's a small action, but it helps YouTube's algorithm promote our videos to a wider audience. Nevada's desert calm. Nevada, located in the western U.S., is best known for its vast desert landscapes, the iconic Las Vegas Strip, and its outdoor recreation opportunities. With a population of just over 3 million, Nevada is one of the least densely populated states in the U.S. The average salary in Nevada is around $52,000, which is slightly below the national average. But this is offset by the state's relatively low cost of living. Known as the Silver State, Nevada has a rich history tied to mining, particularly silver and gold, which helped shape its economy. Historically, Nevada was home to a booming mining industry during the 19th century, which played a significant role in the state's development. The discovery of silver in the Comstock lode in 1859 spurred rapid growth in the area, leading to the eventual statehood of Nevada in 1864. Today, the state's economy is driven by tourism, entertainment, and mining. But it has also seen significant growth in the tech and renewable energy sectors. When it comes to homeowners insurance, Nevada stands out as one of the more affordable states in the country. With very few natural disasters, it offers a relatively stable environment for homeowners. The most common risk in Nevada is extreme heat, especially in the summer months. The average homeowner's insurance premium in Nevada is around $1,074 per year, which is significantly lower than the national average. One of the primary reasons for this affordability is the lack of extreme weather events. The state's dry climate and minimal risk of catastrophic events mean that insurance companies can offer lower rates compared to states that are more prone to natural disasters. Additionally, Nevada's sparse population and lower incidence of property crime further contribute to the lower cost of insurance. However, while Nevada is generally a safe state when it comes to natural disasters, it does have some risks that homeowners should be aware of. The state's intense summer heat can cause gradual wear and tear on homes, particularly the roofing, siding, and foundation. Prolonged exposure to high temperatures can lead to cracks in foundations, roof damage, and issues with plumbing. These problems, while not as sudden as storm damage, can still lead to costly repairs. Another risk to consider is wildfires. While Nevada is not as prone to wildfires as California, the state's dry conditions and dense brush in certain areas make it susceptible to seasonal fires. Insuring against wildfire-related damage may require additional coverage, as it is not typically included in standard policies. How long have you been a Nevada resident? Have you seen a change in your homeowner's insurance price over time? Let us know below. Share this video on X and Facebook to help us grow. Every share counts. Oregon's mild risks. Oregon, located in the Pacific Northwest, is famous for its stunning landscapes, including lush forests, rugged coastlines, and towering mountains. With a population of around 4.2 million, Oregon is known for its outdoor activities, such as hiking, skiing, and fishing. The average salary in Oregon is about $60,000, which is slightly higher than the national average. The state's economy is driven by technology, manufacturing, and agriculture, particularly in the fields of timber and wine production. Historically, Oregon has been an important hub for timber and natural resources, but in recent decades, the state has shifted towards a more diverse economy. The tech industry has seen significant growth in cities like Portland, which is now known as a center for innovation and sustainability. Oregon's agricultural sector continues to thrive, especially in the production of wine, which has made the state one of the top wine-producing regions in the U.S. When it comes to homeowners insurance, Oregon has one of the most affordable rates in the country. While the state is known for its natural beauty, it doesn't face many of the extreme weather events that cause havoc in other parts of the U.S. The mild climate, with its cool, wet winters and moderate summers, keeps insurance premiums lower than in other regions affected by extreme weather events. The average homeowner's insurance premium in Oregon is $1,066 annually, which is well below the national average. This is due to the state's stable climate and lower risk of major natural disasters. Additionally, Oregon's strict building codes and focus on sustainable development have helped reduce the likelihood of costly claims related to structural damage. This makes Oregon an attractive state for homeowners looking for affordable insurance premiums. However, there are some risks that homeowners should keep in mind. While wildfires are not as common in Oregon as in California, the state has seen an increase in fire activity in recent years. The dry summer months and dense forests in certain areas create conditions that can lead to wildfires. Homeowners in rural or forested areas should be especially mindful of this risk and may need to purchase additional coverage for wildfire-related damage. Another risk in Oregon is earthquakes. The state is located near the Cascadia subduction zone, where earthquakes are possible. Although major earthquakes are rare, still, the potential for seismic activity means homeowners may want to consider earthquake insurance, which is typically not included in standard policies. How long have you been living in Oregon? Have you noticed any fluctuation in home insurance costs over the years? Share your story in the comments. West Virginia's stability. West Virginia, located in the Appalachian region of the United States, is known for its rugged mountains, picturesque valleys, and rich coal mining history. With a population of around 1.8 million, it's one of the least populated states in the U.S. The average salary in West Virginia is about $46,000, which is slightly below the national average. The state's economy has long been dependent on coal mining, but it is now diversifying, with growth in the sectors of healthcare, education, and tourism. Historically, West Virginia's economy was heavily tied to coal mining, which made it a central part of the U.S. energy landscape for much of the 20th century. While the decline of the coal industry in recent years has posed challenges for the state, West Virginia remains a vital player in the energy sector. When it comes to homeowners insurance, West Virginia offers some of the most affordable rates in the country. The state faces relatively low risks compared to other parts of the U.S. It is not commonly affected by extreme weather events like hurricanes or tornadoes, and it does not have a history of large-scale natural disasters. The average homeowner's insurance premium in West Virginia is about $1,040 per year, which is lower than the national average. The state's stable climate and minimal exposure to catastrophic events contribute to its affordable insurance rates. However, while West Virginia is generally considered safe from major natural disasters, there are some risks to be aware of. The state's mountainous terrain makes it susceptible to landslides, particularly in areas where roads or homes are built into the slopes. Additionally, West Virginia's rivers can flood during periods of heavy rain, especially in the spring. Flooding is typically not covered by standard homeowners insurance, so residents in flood-prone areas should consider purchasing additional flood coverage to protect their homes. Another concern for homeowners in West Virginia is winter weather. While the state's winters are not as severe as those in the northern U.S., it still experiences heavy snow and ice storms. These winter storms can lead to damage from falling trees, roof collapses, or power outages. Homeowners should ensure that their properties are properly maintained and ready for winter conditions, as failure to do so may lead to higher repair costs or insurance claims. How long have you been in West Virginia? How has the price of homeowners insurance changed in your region? Share your experience in the comments. New Hampshire's safe haven. New Hampshire, located in the northeastern part of the United States, is known for its charming small towns, beautiful fall foliage, and the White Mountain National Forest. With a population of about 1.4 million, it's one of the smallest states in the U.S., yet it offers a high quality of life. The average salary in New Hampshire is around $60,000, which is above the national average, and the state has a relatively low cost of living compared to other northeastern states. Historically, New Hampshire has been a center of industry, from its early manufacturing days to its more recent focus on technology, healthcare, and services. The state's economy is diverse, with key sectors in tourism, manufacturing, and financial services. When it comes to homeowners insurance, New Hampshire offers some of the most affordable premiums in the country. The state is not prone to extreme weather events like hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes, which keeps insurance rates relatively low. The last major storm to hit New Hampshire was Hurricane Irene in 2011, which caused significant flooding and power outages. Since then, large-scale disasters have been rare, making it a safe option for homeowners in terms of insurance. The average homeowner's insurance premium in New Hampshire is about $36 annually, which is below the national average. This is partly due to the state's mild climate and lack of significant natural disasters. New Hampshire's winters are known for their cold, snowy conditions, but the state is well prepared to handle these conditions. The risk of damage from snowstorms or ice is lower than in northern states, thanks to the state's infrastructure. However, New Hampshire does face some risks that homeowners should be aware of. The state's location near the Atlantic coast means that it is still somewhat vulnerable to coastal storms, although these events are not as frequent or severe as those in other northeastern states. Additionally, New Hampshire's rivers can experience flooding during periods of heavy rain or snowmelt, especially in areas near the Connecticut River or the Merrimack River. Flood insurance is not typically included in standard homeowners policies, so residents in flood-prone areas should consider purchasing additional coverage. Another risk is the potential for damage from falling trees and branches during winter storms. While New Hampshire's winters are not as severe as those in other parts of the U.S., heavy snow and ice accumulation can still cause significant damage to trees, power lines, and roofs. Homeowners should ensure that their properties are well maintained and take steps to prevent damage during the colder months. How long have you been residing in New Hampshire? Has your home insurance premium gone up or down over the years? Let us know in the comments. Delaware's low threats. Delaware, located on the East Coast, is one of the smallest states in the U.S., but it packs a punch in terms of charm and opportunity. With a population of around 1 million, Delaware is often called the first state because it was the first to ratify the U.S. Constitution. The average salary in Delaware is around $60,000, and the cost of living is relatively low, especially compared to nearby states like Maryland and New Jersey. Historically, Delaware's economy has been shaped by its role as a financial hub. Known for its business-friendly laws, Delaware is home to numerous major corporations, particularly in banking and insurance. It's also a major player in the pharmaceutical and chemical industries, and its low taxes make it a popular choice for businesses and individuals alike. Delaware stands out when it comes to homeowners insurance. The state is relatively free from the extreme weather risks that affect many other parts of the country. Unlike states along the Gulf Coast or in the Midwest, Delaware is not frequently hit by hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes. The last major natural disaster to strike Delaware was Hurricane Sandy in 2012, which caused significant flooding and power outages. But it has been nearly a decade since such a large-scale event. As a result, Delaware's insurance premiums are lower than those in many other coastal states, where flooding and hurricanes are frequent concerns. The average homeowner's insurance premium in Delaware is about $964 annually, making it one of the most affordable states for insurance in the U.S. The state's lack of frequent extreme weather events, combined with its proactive flood management and building codes, contributes to these lower premiums. Homeowners in Delaware benefit from these measures, allowing them to enjoy affordable insurance rates without sacrificing protection. However, Delaware does face some risks that homeowners should be mindful of. As a coastal state, Delaware is susceptible to flooding, especially during heavy rainstorms or coastal storms. While the state has made significant strides in flood prevention and infrastructure improvements, homeowners in flood-prone areas should still consider purchasing additional flood insurance. Standard home insurance policies usually don't cover flood damage, and with Delaware's exposure to rising sea levels, this additional coverage is crucial for full protection. Another risk in Delaware is the occasional winter storm. While the state doesn't experience the severe winter conditions of the northern U.S., it can still see heavy snowfalls and ice storms, which can cause damage to trees, roofs, and power lines. Homeowners should take measures to winterize their homes to avoid costly damage from ice accumulation or falling branches. How long have you lived in Delaware? Have you seen changes in your insurance rates throughout the years? We'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Alaska's frozen security. Alaska, the largest state in the U.S., is famous for its vast wilderness, rugged landscapes, and extreme climate. With a population of around 730,000, it is the least populated state. Yet it holds a prominent place in the country's economy due to its natural resources. The average salary in Alaska is about $70,000, which is above the national average, though the cost of living is higher due to the state's remote location and harsh environment. Historically, Alaska has been a critical part of the U.S. economy, thanks to its vast oil reserves and fisheries. The discovery of oil at Prudhoe Bay in the 1960s transformed the state's economy, leading to significant growth and development. When it comes to homeowners insurance, Alaska offers some of the most affordable premiums in the U.S. The state's primary risks are related to its harsh winters, extreme temperatures, and remote locations. The average homeowner's insurance premium in Alaska is around $940 annually, which is lower than many other states with similar climates. The state's low risk of hurricanes, tornadoes, or large-scale flooding contributes to the affordability of insurance premiums. However, while Alaska is free from many of the major natural disasters that affect other parts of the country, it does face some unique risks. One of the most significant threats to homeowners is the state's volcanic activity. Alaska is home to over 130 volcanoes, many of which are still active. The last major volcanic eruption in Alaska occurred in 2009, when Mount Redoubt erupted, sending ash clouds into the atmosphere and causing disruptions to air travel. While large eruptions are rare, the threat of a volcanic eruption is something homeowners must consider, especially those living in or near volcanic areas. In addition to volcanic risks, Alaska is also vulnerable to earthquakes. The state experiences frequent seismic activity, particularly along the Alaska-Aleutian subduction zone. In 1964, Alaska experienced the most powerful earthquake ever recorded in North America, a magnitude 9.2 quake that caused widespread damage and loss of life. While major earthquakes are rare, the threat remains, especially in certain areas. Another concern for homeowners in Alaska is the state's extreme winter weather. The harsh temperatures and heavy snowfall can cause damage to homes, particularly to roofs, foundations, and plumbing. Frozen pipes and ice dams are common issues during the colder months, and homeowners must take steps to winterize their homes to avoid these costly repairs. Insurance policies in Alaska typically cover winter-related damage, but homeowners are still responsible for taking preventive measures. How long have you been in Alaska? Have your home insurance premiums shifted much since you first moved there? Share your experience below. Now it's time to find out the correct answer to the quiz. How many states are there in the United States? A. 50. B. 52. C. 48. D. 51. The correct answer is A. 50. Vermont's Green Peace. Vermont, located in the northeastern part of the U.S., is known for its lush green landscapes, charming small towns, and vibrant fall foliage. With a population of around 640,000, Vermont is one of the least populous states in the U.S., but its natural beauty and high quality of life attract many. The average salary in Vermont is around $55,000, and the state has a relatively low cost of living compared to other New England states. It's often referred to as the Green Mountain State, due to its famous green mountains that stretch across much of the state. Historically, Vermont has been a farming and timber state, with agriculture playing a central role in its economy. Over the years, Vermont has diversified, with significant growth in tourism, renewable energy, and small-scale industries. When it comes to homeowners insurance, Vermont stands out as one of the most affordable states in the country. The average homeowner's insurance premium in Vermont is about $834 annually, which is significantly lower than the national average. This is largely due to the state's low exposure to major natural disasters. Unlike many other states, Vermont is not regularly affected by hurricanes, tornadoes, or earthquakes, which significantly lowers the risk for insurers and helps keep premiums low. Vermont's relatively stable climate, with cold, snowy winters and mild summers, also contributes to its low insurance rates. While the state does experience heavy snow and winter storms, these events are usually predictable and manageable. Vermont has strong infrastructure to handle winter weather, and homeowners are generally well prepared for the season. As a result, winter-related damage is less frequent, and insurance premiums remain affordable. However, Vermont does have some risks that homeowners should be aware of. One of the main risks in the state is flooding, particularly in areas near rivers or streams. Vermont's mountainous terrain can lead to flash floods during periods of heavy rain or rapid snowmelt. In 2011, Tropical Storm Irene caused widespread flooding in Vermont, damaging homes and infrastructure. While such events are rare, homeowners in flood-prone areas should consider purchasing additional flood insurance, as this coverage is not included in standard homeowners policies. How long have you lived in Vermont? How has the insurance price changed in your state over the years? Share in the comments. Thank you for exploring the hidden corners of the USA with us. Click on the video you see on the screen to check out other hidden discoveries on our channel.